If history have ever made you feel like ye kab hua? Why it is important to learn? How will I remember those dates? And how will I remember that timeline of so many events? And why it is actually important to learn whatever happened in the past? Then this video is for all my class 10 students. Welcome on the platform Diksha Vedantu, and I am your SST faculty. This video is going to be a gold mine for you. You know what you are going to extract from this video? Those dates which are in your textbook for your class 10. By that I mean history, geography, civics and economics. Yes, there are a lot of times beta other than history we have dates in geography, civics, economics also, which we sometimes neglect. However, the history has very high weightage. We are well aware about that too. In this video, you will get all those dates listed in a single PDF with the events associated with that, because you get the questions a lot of times matching the dates with the associated events, arranging them in sequential or chronological order, and then you get confused there. Right? Every time bit I teach you SST, every time particularly I teach you history, I advise you to make the timeline of the chapter, in a way that all the possible dates are in a single place, so that when you go, like when you have to give your exams beforehand, you have all those notes with you, all those dates in a single place with you, so that you can revise quickly. But I know beta, there are a lot of times you can't manage that time, and hence this video or this PDF have been brought to you. First of all beta, history, if you think is all about date, it is not, right? Beta, history is all about stories. However, that story is not possible without a time, bhai. Like, if you are going to dictate a story of your life to someone, you will obviously relate it with the dates. When was I born? How was my first birthday celebrated? When I moved out of my house to study? When I got the job, etc., etc. Beta, every story is impossible without dates. All the movies you watch, right? This is something you know, obviously. Ma'am, go straight to the gold mine, right? Beta, first of all, I want to tell you some tips and tricks to remember those dates, because if at all I'm going to give you that timeline also, then you can get confused, and then also the dates will be mixed up if you are not following these particular techniques. The first one is story technique. But this is very, very important. If you are sitting, opening a book and mugging up the date that continuously, roll it at 1919, roll it at 1919, beta, you will end up losing it in memory. Only possible way is to connect it through the story. Like, by the Nationalism in India chapter starts with, right, with the coming of Gandhiji. Why? Because before that we have studied everything in class 8. So Gandhiji came to India in January 1915. You know, he stayed away from politics for 1 year. No such big event has been seen by Gandhiji in 1916. So whenever beta, multiple choice question will come that this event happened when, and if 1916 will be option, suddenly it will click in mind, bhaiya, no, Gandhiji was not active in politics at that year. After taking 1 year tour of India, he then started his early satyagrahas in 1917, 1918, that is Champaran, Khera and Ahmedabad. Make it as a story, but all of them were so small and localized. Then what happened beta? After 1918, he was searching for that one event that can be taken as a national wide satyagraha, and then the Britishers made the mistake. What was that? To pass the Rowlatt Act. See how I am talking, I'm making it as a story, I'm concluding it as a story. This story technique should be followed while you study history or particularly SST. Then we have a timeline technique too. Beta, this is quite important, right? What we can do now, whenever we are learning a chapter that consists of like so many ages or timeline, then we can divide them into chunks. Like all the events of 1920 to 1930 listed in one single place. Then the next will be 1920 to 1930. So what will happen now after that, when you list it in a timeline, again with a technique that by this happened first, then this happened first, then this happened first, it retains into your memory. And you can even use the patterns also. Patterns like all the important sessions of Indian National Congress, right? Getting my point? All the acts, important act passed by the government, like what we can do, all the unifications of different countries in Europe. So there is a pattern. When you divide them into a pattern and make it innovative, the studies will be obviously easy and interesting. Okay, the most important thing is to revise daily, which we skip. We skip revising those dates, thinking in mind already that we are going to forget that. So beta, don't do that. And yes, one of the most important point that I usually tell the students, beta, if you are not sure about the date, then don't write it, because the examiner is way smarter than you. How come possible, bhai? So beta, what happened now when you have not written the date? Like, it is always being told you in the school that dates are not important for class 8, class 9 students. But class 10 students don't think that. If you are writing the date now, it gives a very good impression in front of the examiner that acha, the bachcha knows that by when was the Rowlatt Act passed. And even in MCQs, there are a lot of times when the questions are asked directly, when did this happen? So learning date is itself important, but writing the wrong date in exam is a problem. Sometimes you are writing the answer just to show to the teacher that I know the timeline. You just guess the date and write that. Beta, no. If you are not sure about it, please don't write it, because see, whenever there is something wrong, you know, the teacher trace it very fast. But there are chances when you have not written the date, teacher can miss that. So please be cautious about that. Don't write the wrong dates. Why? Don't be smarter than the teacher. They are way smarter than you. Getting my point? So these are the tips and tricks. And ma'am, please come straight to the gold mine. And here is the gold mine for you. So what I have done is I divided the dates of all the chapters into separate slides of this PPT. Where here it is rise of nationalism in Europe, right? But I tried to make it a timeline in the sequence of the chapter, not in the sequence of the events. I'm telling you the sequence of the chapter. Like, the story begins with the picture made by Frederick Sorrow, a French artist, in the year 1848, and this is how the chapter starts. Then we have French Revolution in 1789, Napoleonic Code in 1804, Treaty of Vienna in 1815, Custom Union in 1834. Beta, if you want a particular place where all the dates are written, then here it is. There are a lot of times we get confused between unification of Germany and Italy, right? Unification of Germany 1871, unification of Italy 1861. You know the crazy method I used to remember those dates, because I was also the one who mixed up 61 and 71. So Germany and Italy. Consider these two words. Which words have more letter? Obviously Germany. So he's bigger here. Germany is bigger here. 1871, 1861. Who is bigger here? 1871. So the bigger Germany goes with the bigger 1871. This is the unique way, not the unique way, just a simple way I used to follow that. Okay. So these are all the important events from the chapter, that is rise of nationalism in Europe. We have more not yet done. And that is the next chapter, that is nationalism in India. So bhai, Gandhi ji came to India in 1915 and the story begins from here. Acha, before that we have the First World War also. I want in the comment section right now, tell me when was the First World War happened. Okay, again in the comment section. Then the story starts with the early satyagraha of Gandhi ji, like Champaran Satyagraha, Kheda, Ahmedabad. The Black Act of India, that is Rowlatt Act 1919. But in this chapter, that is nationalism in India, very important thing along with this year are those dates. Right, are those dates. Like 6th of April, there was Hartal of Rowlatt Satyagraha, and 13th of April, it was Jallianwala Bagh massacre, because question will come. Right? Question will come to arrange those in sequential order and you will get confused. So whenever I have written those month also, beta, pay attention to that. These are important. If in case you find something like that in the book also, please pay attention. Only year is not important. Get it? So yes, acha, more important is about the important sessions of Indian National Congress, because map work also comes from there. September 1920 Calcutta, December 1920 Nagpur, then January, and this is the 17 important dates. We have more, Here it is listed. Lahore session Purna Swaraj, December 1929, when India demanded for complete independence. Gandhiji sent the letter to Irwin. 31st of January. By these dates with the months are quite important. The events such as Lahore session, Gandhiji sent a letter to Irwin. Salt March and Gandhi-Irwin Pact. Beta, trust me, when the question will come, you will remember those words of mine in the video. If you're watching me right now, that these dates along with the months are very, very important. The chapter ends with the event that is Quit India movement that demanded the Britishers that Bharat Chodo. Do or die is the slogan given by Gandhiji during this time. Right? If you feel that by these are the only two chapters which have high weightage of dates, then you are pretty wrong. Why? Because we have more. So this is the list of dates from the chapter that is print culture and the modern world. By this is also a very heavy chapter, I consider it. And then okay, that's it from history. Moving to civics wala part beta, where there are events from the chapter that is power sharing, like 1956 Sri Lankan government passed act to recognize Sinhala as the official language. 1970 to 1993 amendment made in Belgium constitution. 1st November 1956 report of state reorganization commission. By you can pick the paper of 2023 SST. You will find this question: when was the report of State Reorganization Commission presented? And thanks me later. Okay, then we have 1992, that is decentralization in India. 1976 Equal Remuneration Act, and complete civics dates are here. That's it, not more than this. Then we have events in geography like Earth Summit, India's Wildlife Protection Act, Project Tiger, Joint Forest Management. That's 1988, by the way. First successful textile mill was established in 1854. But a date is here. I want the place from you. Okay, I'll give you some options also, like it is Bengal, Mumbai, Tiruvananthapuram, or Bangalore, or Lucknow. Take more as options. So, where is the first successful textile mill established in 1854? And if you think that more dates are in economics, no, why? Dates are not in economics, and this is how we end. What? The gold mine for you, that is all important dates in a single place. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. And now one question that is running in your mind is, ma'am, how can I access this? I want this PDF anyhow. Beta, to access this, you just need to hit a link that is given in the description, and by that you will move directly to the course detail. So that course is not paid, beta, don't worry about that. It is just for 0 rupees. You need to hit the click button. Okay, I will tell you with the help of example of class 10th video, caste in politics, politics and caste. So I recently made this video. Similarly, the video you are watching right now, you will see this type of description written. Okay? There is a statement: join the free class 10th CBSE course. You have to hit this link. When you will click this link, beta, this time of layout comes in front of your screen, right? When you do that, buy now. Why I am urging you to buy now? Because beta, this is just a 0 rupee, or what we can say, course where you can access all our handwritten PDF as well as the notes, as well as test also, and as well as multiple, what you can say, multiple benefits like schedule, the list of schedule, when is our next lecture coming, because in YouTube we can't provide you that schedule, right? And here is the access for that. So once you beta buy that, na, the layout will be like this. Okay, I'll continue this with Google. Fine. And when we go to my courses, beta, this is how your class 10th course will look like. Okay, click it, then go to class 10th SST. See here, clearly it is written CBSE Class 10th SST. Once you go view na, you will get the classes. Okay? When you get the classes, go there. So beta, these are all the previous classes of which smart notes are attached with them. You just need to hit that and you will get the PDF. So at the end, you will see Okay, here you will see in this list all important dates of SST. You can click that and download the PDF for sure. Okay, I hope that beta you are going to do that, isn't it or not? Tell me, are you going to do that or not? Yes. One more important last information that I want to give you about the MVSAT. This is a scholarship test organized by Vedantu. Again, the same link for the scholarship test is also given here. Wait, let me check it is here or not. Okay. So yes, it is here. The MVSAT examination 2026. This is Mega Vedantu Scholarship Admission Test beta. So yes, you can get the scholarship up to 100%, 150 crore worth of scholarship. All India rankers are going to give a lot of gifts too. You will just need to register it from here. By the way, this is an offline test, right? Will be conducted at your nearby Vedantu offline centers. Okay, the last day to apply that is beta 30th of September. So do not miss that last date of registration. Your exam is going to be conducted in the month of October and the results will be some around on 27th of October there. Okay, so I hope that the information is quite clear to you and the video was quite helpful to you, and in case you need any resource for your class 10 preparation, please let me know in the comment section. Your SST teacher will sure reply you. Bye bye, take care, meet you soon in the next video.